What's good, Falcons family? We are back again here on Falcons Daily. It is Sunday. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all y'all out there. And thanks again for sticking with us. We are getting ourselves geared up and ready for training camp. We got a ways to go, but we'll be there before you know it. All right, Falcons family, let's take a look at some topics surrounding the Dirty Birds. One of those topics, first of all, was something I saw about Michael Penix and his father, learning some lessons from his dad. Growing up, Michael Penix Sr. He was also a Division I athlete. Played running back. Played at Tennessee Tech. His dad was an all Ohio Valley Conference running back. I mean, Mike Penix Sr. was a baller now. 33 touchdowns, and he's in the Tennessee Tech Hall of Fame. I mean, can't take anything away from him. But one thing he was also a big time athlete, but he also was a very involved dad as well. Michael Penix's father, Michael Penix Sr., of course, used to coach little Mike growing up in different sports. And one of those sports he coached him in was baseball. And Mike Penix talked about a lesson that he learned from his father right before one of his Little League games. And the lesson he learned was to be ready and be prepared. Everything matters. That's what he learned, and the way he learned that lesson was during one particular baseball game. Mike Jr. forgot his belt for his baseball uniform, and his dad noticed that and told him, you're not ready to play. You can't play today. You can't sit in the dugout. You're going to sit in the bleachers and watch the game because you're a fan today. And he was trying to teach him the lesson of, the uniform is part of being ready. Other kids were offering to bring him a belt to let him wear, so he could play. But his dad said, no, we're not doing that. You didn't have your uniform. You're not ready to go. Therefore, you are not playing. So that's one lesson he's learned from his father. He talked about just trying to stay ready and being in the moment. Mike Jr. has called his dad his hero. Said he couldn't get as far as he's gotten, with his career without his father, and that's without his dad, and that's high praise from a son to a father. But again, life lessons learned by Michael Penix Jr. We'll see if any of that translates to winning football for the Falcons. But again, he comes from a good family, and he's off to a good start already. On the other side of the ball, guys, one issue that I really wanted to talk about, and don't know if any of you noticed it, but I really feel like the Falcons tackled really poorly last year, and it cost us in some moments. And also the statistics kind of back up the fact that we didn't tackle very well. So in 2025, we need to bring the ball carrier down quickly and efficiently and expeditiously, as maybe T.I. would probably tell you. But that's one of our biggest issues that I notice as well. One thing that you notice from teams that have really good defenses, when one player hits you, he brings you to the ground. It doesn't usually take a gang tackle to push someone back 4 or 5 yards and stop them at the point of attack. Good tackling teams can get it done 1-on-1, 2-on-1, and things that back up those numbers. Really, the fact that we were pretty bad. We were the 6th least efficient team in terms of tackling the ball carrier. That's according to NFL.com's Next Gen stats. We were. Justin Simmons alone, 21.5% of his tackles he missed. That's not high. I mean, let's see, our cornerbacks, really, the safeties, they were some of the worst tacklers. I mean, hate to point guys out specifically, but names that were mentioned, Mike Hughes, D. Alford, A.J. Terrell, Clark Phillips, again, and Justin Simmons. 17% missed tackle rate. That's according to Pro Football Focus. That's awful. A.J. Terrell, 7th in missed tackle rate. We have got to bring the ball carrier down. Even Jesse Bates was listed. He was 32nd. But we've got to do a better job of bringing the ball carrier down. That goes for the secondary especially, but also the linebackers and defensive line. Again, When that ball carrier makes contact with you, you need to bring him to the ground, force a fumble, or put his knees down, and let's get on to the next play. But I'm telling you, if we have better tackling in 2025, the defensive numbers are going to go down and the rankings will go up. Speaking of rankings and defensive players, Xavier Watts has been on my mind as well. This young man out of Notre Dame, can he have a big impact as a rookie on the team? Could he possibly start across from Jesse Bates? It's very possible. He does have some competition there. DeMarco Hellams is back, and DeMarco Hellams is looking good. So there is going to be some competition for Xavier Watts to navigate through. I think that he does have a good chance to get out there and start. I mean, he is a ball hawk. He does have the tenacity and the capability of getting interceptions. At 13 interceptions the last 2 years at Notre Dame. I mean, that's, again, nothing really to sneeze at whatsoever. But, you've got DeMarco Hellams, you got Jordan Fuller out there, and again, that's your competition right now for Xavier Watts. But he's probably the leader in the clubhouse, despite the veterans having a leg up on him in terms of experience. Again, remember Jordan Fuller came over from the Panthers, a guy who's familiar with Raheem Morris from his time with the Rams. So let's see what happens at training camp and when we get Xavier on the field. But so far, so good. I mean, during mini camp and OTAs, he's looked the part. And again, you haven't heard anything negative. So I'm expecting big things, or at least medium things right now out of Xavier Watts. All right, y'all. Last and certainly not least, I wanted to wish all of our Falcon family out there a happy Father's Day. Whether you have one kid, two kids, if you're a father figure, a stepdad, if you are a dog dad, a parent, a parent to a pet, or any of those other folks, especially all the Falcon players who are dads as well, all your dads, the granddads. So we want to wish all of you out there a happy Father's Day. This here is my daughter. Her name is Harper. And Harper, I got a couple questions for you, okay? Number one question I have to ask you is, who's the Falcons' favorite team to beat?
The Saints.
That's right. And my next question for you is, what do Falcons do?
They say rise up.
That's right. So, hey, she's a smart kid. All right, Falcons family, thank you guys for tuning in. Happy Father's Day to all of y'all out there. Please make sure you hit subscribe and give Fan Arch Co a follow up here in the corner. That's at Fan Arch Co. And give me a follow as well at Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G and the word sports. And make sure you click subscribe on Falcons Daily. Harper, what do we say at the end of the show?
Sayonara and buenas noches. Happy Father's Day, everybody.